Welcome back to 1.2, setting up your Fiverr profile. This is going to be a very quick video because it's very simple. So I'm not actually allowed to set up two Fiverr profiles. It's against their T's and C's, and I do not want Fiverr coming for me because they're very strict on that, as we can touch on later. So all I'll do is I'll talk to you about what makes a good Fiverr profile. So I've got up their guide here because obviously I can't go through the process or they will um, put me, yeah, they're not going to be happy. So the high level of it is when you fill out your profile, it's name, profile picture, description, language, and extra details, right? So in my case, I've got a really cool picture there. I'll do an animated gig, so my picture's animated. It is often good if you can actually use a real video, right? The whole thing I want to get across with this profile is it has to be personality driven. It has to be people do business for people, right? So it can't be. I was helping someone with this the other day, so I was consulting with them, setting up their Fiverr profile, and they called, he's a really good music producer, and his company's technically called TGB Studios, right? And he called his profile that, and he said, "We at TGB Studios want this for you." No, 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 no. You, right? It's not a studio. I don't want to deal with a studio. Studios, that's far away. This is person to person. Fiverr's just the middleman. You're connecting with people. So it should be, Jake. Hey, I'm Jake. I like rowing of a weekend, right? And I'll show you what I mean. So, really personable photo there. Username doesn't really matter. Just make it something that's sensible. So, in my case, the Samster. My bio is my superpowers are creativity, flexibility, and customer satisfaction. Because that's true, right? That's authentic. That's kind of what makes me stand apart, or it was the thing at the beginning that did. Put in your location, UK, average response time, right? So this is part of the profile setup, but all of this is included when someone sort of, when you go onto your profile, this is all super key stats, right? When you're being ranked, quick responsiveness, last delivery. You want to be delivering a lot. So member since October 2018. Here's the thing that I really want to touch on, your description. Okay, so I'm a professional animator who has made guest appearances on Absolute Radio, as well as being a podcast host and training in Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. How does that help anyone know that I'm going to fulfill the project? It doesn't, but what it shows them is that I'm a person, I've got interests. Look, if I've had lots of clients who have the same interests, even though it's niche, and that sometimes is enough to close a deal. So it doesn't have to be anything crazy. This isn't where we sort of try and rank for the search engines. This is where we show who's Stephen, who Catherine, who Jimmy. This is when you show who you are, bit of personality, show that you're more than just working on Fiverr all day. You have other things going on. Maybe it's a claim to fame, just something that's nice and personable to bring your profile a little bit more human, which is what makes all the difference. I've actually got this on my to-do list to go through and try and do some of these Fiverr Learn courses. I think the more you can fill out your profile, the better. So if you do get time, try and go through some of these, but it's not the end of the world. Skills are super key, so make sure it's relevant skills, right? Don't say that you're a juggler if you're not a juggler. So main one, because you're doing animation, it'll be 2D animation, character animation, character design, and video editing. And obviously, look, you can choose it based on what you end up specializing in, but they're your main ones. And then, look, if you've got any certificates, any education, feel free to chuck that in. So that is pretty much how you set up your Fiverr profile. Okay, so there's just one more thing, a little quick tip that I wanted to show you that's only available from the mobile app on Fiverr, which is definitely worth getting. So it may be a little bit hard to see, but I'll try and demonstrate. So you want to go into your little profile section there, okay? And there's a section, and you scroll down, called Online Status. Now, if you hit that and it turns green, that means you're always online on Fiverr. Now, any time, if I show you this real quick, look at this. Any time that someone searches and they go online seller, notice how many less people there are, right? So in the entire category, my gig's now gone up to number 3 because I'm one of the only people who keeps online the whole time. And you don't even have to be online. You can be asleep and you can just get back to the inquiry when you're back. So really cool little tip then. So let's get into making your gig.